What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Slam the drawer shut.
Language. I told you, these kids. These kids know too many words they're not supposed to. How old are these kids? We don't even know. Oh. Well, I have to? Because reasons. Like, why is this here? Why do you allow me to do this? Alright. What do we have here now? Barrels marked caution explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed a whole town. What kind of incinerated jam is your gram making? Incinerate? What? I got fire! What? What do I use fire for? You wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, right? Only way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink. What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Okay. Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's like technically we already knew that was the thing because she labeled them specifically to take to 2 other people. So, Miss Fertel and a grand jamgram? Last night I used the disguise areas provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Spark Plug is a go. They're really doing a heist? Whatever it is, it just can't be good. So more a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke. The bad joke guy around here. She's a girl, so that votes well. She can be a bad joke girl. Come on. What's this?
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every map is a treasure map. Every old map is always a treasure map. What are you talking about? Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. There you go. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it...
Carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide a treasure. Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. At the end of the path to the map, she has a symbol of these explosives over there. Oh, so it's not hiding treasure? No, it's the location of the bombs, I guess. A real bummer. A real bomber. Rollo, what's the thing you've been most excited about for this past month? The festival! Gulp. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival? Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark.
I mean...
Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
If this was Gran, she would probably come and check this, would she not? If it was her.
Up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall.
Work your teeth.
Suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All 3 exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Ah, see, it's not Gran. Oh?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The 3 kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step.
Why is it a man's voice?
Thump,
Who?
thump,
I'm not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help. Just...
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh? Guess it's nothing.
Rolo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rolo,
It
don't.
was too late. Rolo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
God. Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rolo tackled the man to the ground.
Who is this? Rolo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Oh, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rolo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground.
Turn the light on, please.
Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rolo. He's knocked out
As
cold.
Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rolo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver? Alright.
Chapter 7.
Alright.
The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Oh, good. We're gonna interrogate this guy.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go.
Why?
They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Oh, I get to choose. Oh no. They'd run a good classic cop. Good cop. Art cop?
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
Yeah, it's like good cop, bad cop type of
Rolo
thing.
brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Alright.
Rolo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rolo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rolo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rolo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
Okay. I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in the dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... No, let's just say I've never needed any other way.
Rolo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall.
Every memory thing ever.
He slammed the table again.
Now dance. What? I don't
Mr.
even...
Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. Can Make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Okay. Damn, Rolo. I think you were a little too hard on him. What did you say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was set up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about the source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. Oh, we just teleport here. That's super nice, I guess. Hi. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a library man? Oh, adorable? Really? Oh, Kato hang out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on a place for Miss Novik sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for y'all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rolo, it's still free labor, you know what I mean? I volunteered at a library for years. I think I mentioned that earlier doing this, but I didn't earn a darn thing. And they counted it as no work experience. So that teaches kids these days to not go and volunteer. I had to beg and plead that I actually had to run the bookstore. I had to check out customers. I had to get customer information to give out library cards. You know what I mean? The whole shebang. And it's like, that's not enough work to be considered experience. So dumb. Anyway, I've already told you and Rolo, I can't put you any higher for the wait list on the next Hank Atomic. And if you're a little more here with a little more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What you got on the history of the town? Hmm? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Birth, death, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do a great way. They do go all the way to back when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there. Alright.
Chapter 8.
Right? That was a quick chapter.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
Ugh.
The kids spent the rest of the
Wow.
afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered.
You know, it's kind of funny because we had a dream about the source, right?
Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
I'm assuming then if they didn't set up the explosives, that Gran found there were explosives by the festival people, and that is what causes the explosion that ices everything over. Maybe? Probably not. There's probably a twist here somewhere. If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up with all these asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be a boring county records that'll kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
We're a county record. Really, that's the best you've got. When I'm done with you, you'll be a footnote in history. Just like...
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey, 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 hey! We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In orbit? In the obit? J. Hartford. From the book... From the Bono Trivion 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. He died? What? Our gran is not actually our gran, is she? Maybe there were two J. Hartfords? Miss Hartford is survived by her... What? Survived by her younger daughter E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Oh, this is getting creepier. If your gran is 6 feet under the town's 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
That your mom? No, you would notice that. The question hung in the air. Yeah, for sure. Like what? Hey gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Just tell them you were at the library reading. They'll totally believe you. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are we gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. Just gonna leave him there.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house.
I'm sure she'll notice if he's still there.
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement.
Unconscious.
Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Oh, Gran's here. Oh no.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Yeah, why would she randomly check that? I don't know. Where we going? Yeah. He did. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Yep, figured. Maybe he woke up and escaped from this building and left without a trace. I highly doubt that. She probably came down here. What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Oh. Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. If Grant knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing was wrong. See, Mr. Nuncreed did not have a piece of paper in it. So she was not sending papers to him, which means she's not a part of that. Right? Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Go to sleep. Yeah. They specifically told you the label for a reason. They had to have. I'm gonna be an animal again. We're not made of money, you know. Yeah, you are now. You're not my Gran. Get out of here. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Was it? Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground.
Oh, was it poisonous? For the jam?
Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Yeah, jam. Jam. He ate the poison jam because it was for Numcreed. Or I guess. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Jam? I ate some jam. Rest now and let me handle everything. It's like sleeping pills or something? Alright.
Chapter 9. A
Okay.
speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
She didn't intend on it. You got into the jam that wasn't meant for you.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Exactly. Exactly. There you go.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival! I guess we're gonna head down to the festival? No repercussions? Yeah? Maybe? There's no way this is still open. It is. Ah! Like there's no difference. No changes. Oh, this is still open though. Didn't bother to close it? Why is this just open forever now? Can I hit this stuff? I can. Ah. Makes no sense why this is not closed. You would figure you would have closed it ages ago. But I guess she's like, oh, now he knows, so it doesn't really matter. I want to go see Dad. We haven't seen our grave in a while over here. So I'm assuming can't just talk to him either. No. It's like something is really going wrong here. Completely. There's gonna be some weird twist at the end. I guarantee it. Alright. Where have you been? Gonna put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for her conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa. Sly devil? Sly? I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just set up a podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Yep. Where are the bombs at?
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Right? Is this thing... Ow. Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Papa Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even more that deserves gold Cogger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Yes, Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Wasn't prepared at all, huh? Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things that we want to celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars, the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. And it's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm dadgummit thankful for it. Change has been the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would forever change my life.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way he made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. The harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk in hand into the future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by a scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. There's the boom. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I proclaim,
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits! Frozen. So he's not the one doing the freezing. He's not the one doing the freezing.
Moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage,
Yep.
with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
So, I'm assuming we have to go stop Gran, because she's the only one not here, so she's the one doing the explosion, yeah?
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that.
Huh?
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
A little closer. So we have Sly and Chill here. And then we also got Flight for over here. Also, it didn't really look like that ended. Did it? Yeah, who knows? There's like 3 branching paths, but maybe that's just supposed to signal that it's a dead end. A beginner's guide to a hostile interrogation. So I guess we'll deal with this next time around. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can check out more videos that I've done, and I will see you next time. Bye!